I wanted to talk about a problem I know a lot of you face, which is, can I pick your brain, right? You know, you're thinking about starting a coaching business because so many people ask you how you did whatever it is that you do. In this video, we're gonna go into how you can turn those can I pick your brain requests into actual paying clients. Hey, CourtneyLSanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a certified 7-figure life and business coach. As well as wife and mom, I do all the things, and I'm super passionate about helping corporate professionals as well as established entrepreneurs add coaching as an additional revenue stream to their business, or maybe for their first time as a business. And so with that, I wanted to talk about a problem I know a lot of you face, which is, can I pick your brain, right? Whether you are a successful entrepreneur in a different arena, maybe you have more of a traditional business or a brick and mortar business, and you're thinking about starting a coaching business because so many people ask you how you did whatever it is that you do, or maybe you're a corporate professional, but again, people ask you all the time, how did you get to where you are? How did you do this? Maybe even they ask you lifestyle questions. Maybe you're a successful woman executive and they're like, oh my goodness, how do you balance, corporate career and, your family life and whatever. People are always asking you a bunch of things and they always want to take you out to lunch so that they can pick your brain. And you're like, you know what? I don't mind helping people and I don't mind mentoring people, but I also wouldn't mind being paid for all of this knowledge and this wisdom that people are always asking of me. You're in the right place, because in this video, we're gonna go into how you can turn those can I pick your brain requests into actual paying clients. All right, the first step to turning can I pick your brain into paying clients is to actually have a coaching business. And listen to me, I'm not being flippant when I say this. I say this because I find that so many people get kind of irritated and they're like, oh, don't people know how hard, I worked to get this knowledge, how long it took me? Why are they asking me to pick my brain? Not realizing that there are many people who are asking you to pick your brain who would happily pay you if they knew that you had a coaching business, but they either don't know that you have it or you don't promote it. And so they don't know any other way other than, well, can I take you to lunch and ask you all of my questions? Now, another thing that I think we as women entrepreneurs especially need to own up to is sometimes we can get into people-pleasing mode where we believe that people will be mad at us if we dare, charge for what we're worth, which makes no sense because most of the women who are constantly fielding requests to pick their brain are very successful in their arenas, right? Whether it's corporate America or in, a different business that they have, they're successful because people have paid them, yet they think, oh man, if I spin off into this new coaching business, no one's gonna wanna pay me, or they'll feel a certain kind of way if I charge for my knowledge, and nothing could be further from the truth. You'd be surprised that a lot of people would be really relieved if you actually had a coaching business where you specifically helped people with their questions, because they kind of feel bad, They're offering to take you out to lunch because they understand that what you have is valuable, and so they don't want to just come hat in hand, and so they're trying to exchange something, but they don't know the way to exchange it. They don't know what you charge. They're not like, oh, can I pay you? Even though I've had this happen to me too, where people are like, do you charge for this? Like, I really need help with this. Like, how much would it cost me in order to get a session with you? But I find that if you just let people know that, hey, I have a coaching business, oftentimes they are relieved and they're like, oh, thank you. How much is it? When can I sign up? Where are the sessions? Like, I really need this. And you'll find that people who are really serious about getting their questions answered actually prefer to pay, right? They prefer to be in a formal coaching engagement because they really value, again, getting their questions answered. And they know that, if they take you out to lunch, yes, they can pick your brain, but there's no guarantee that they're going to get all of their questions answered and that they're going to get the support that they're looking for. So if you say like, yes, I will do this for you in a paid client relationship, the people who are worth their salt are actually relieved about that, because they're like, yes, if we enter a formal, like, okay, I am the coachee and you're the coach and I paid you for this, then I'm more likely to get the support that I'm looking for and I'm more likely to get my questions answered. So it's as simple as just letting people know that, hey, I have a coaching business, where I do this. I've received so many requests and so many people have asked me to help them with this that I've actually decided to start coaching on this. And so if this is something that you want help with, I'd be happy to do a session with you. A lot of people would be relieved if you would just simply say that. So I know you might be like, well, Courtney, that sounds good in theory, but I don't have a coaching business yet. I don't have a coaching brand yet. I haven't set that up. That's why I'm watching these videos, right? If that's you, first and foremost, let me remind you that I too have a coaching program where I help people with this, right? I actually have a program, the Next Big Name Course. We will not only help you get a coaching certification so that you know particularly how to coach in the proper way, but we will help you take all of your expertise and package it up into your own coaching methodology. And then from there, we will show you how to build your brand. We even have templates and different things to help you get your coaching business off the ground as quickly as possible. So if that is of something that is of interest to you, go ahead and click the link below in order to apply. And if accepted, you'll be invited to a call with my enrollment coordinators who will walk you through the entire process. But regardless of whether you join me or you work on your own in order to build your own coaching business, one of the first things you'll want to do, even when you are thinking about what your coaching program could possibly be, is you want to capture their questions, right? So again, a lot of times people feel very kind of like offended or rebuffed, like, oh, why are all these people asking me to, pick my brain? Don't they know that they should be paying me for this? We already talked about that. They would pay you if you let them know that you had a coaching business, but it's not always a bad thing that people are coming to you with questions. This is actually really great research that you could be doing around what exactly you could be coaching on and what your coaching program should look like. So I would say in the beginning, once you've decided, like, you know what, I am going to set up my own coaching business and I'm going to package all of this expertise into a coaching program, I would accept a few of those lunches. And what you do is you go on the lunch and you field all of their questions and you let them know and you say, hey, part of the reason why I accepted this lunch with you is because I'm actually working on building a coaching program. I get asked questions like this all the time. I don't always have time to take people to lunch, so I appreciate you being here, and feel free to just, let me know all of the questions that you have, because anything that I can't answer right here, I'm going to think about this. I'm going to go home and really think about this and organize this into a coaching program. And if that's something that you're interested in, just let me know and I could let you be the first person to know when that program is launched, right? So you've kind of pivoted and repositioned the lunch from a session where you're going to be giving free coaching to more where they're going to be giving you all of the questions that they want answered. And any question that you can kind of answer at a high level, you can do so at the lunch. But anything you don't feel comfortable answering, or you're like, people should be paying me for that, you have an easy out where you're like, you know what? Thank you for that question. This is something that I would go over in depth in my coaching program. So I'm going to go back home and really map this out. And as soon as the program is ready, I'm going to let you be the first person to know about it. So that's an easy way to really pivot a lot of these questions into your own coaching program. All right, I have more where that came from, but first I want to hear from you. What is the one thing that people always want to pick your brain about? Share in the comments below. All right, so now that you've decided to actually have a coaching program and you started to collect those questions, the next thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to launch a pilot program with pilot pricing. So what I mean by a pilot program is you're gonna launch your coaching program, but it's a beta program, and you're gonna let people know essentially that it is a beta program. So all of those people that you went to lunch with, where you collected their questions and you let them know that once your program was live, you would let them know about it. Now's the time that you're gonna let them know, hey, this is live, it's a pilot program. So that means it's pilot pricing, which means I'm not gonna charge, what I will charge for this when this is fully fleshed out. I'm gonna, charge this at a slightly discounted rate in order for you to kind of help me build this program out. So you go ahead and launch your pilot program. And I always recommend that you do a pilot program before you do like the full, fledged thing that you're gonna be offering, because you're gonna find that there's a lot more questions that come up, especially if you do this as a group coaching program. You will find that the questions that others ask in the group trigger questions that people might not have had on their own if they were just coaching with you solo. So I really like a group coaching context because more questions come up. But in addition to looking at the questions that people want answered, you're also going to be looking at the cadence required in order to help people get the particular transformation that they're looking for. I find that oftentimes industry experts, aspiring coaches, especially when we have a particular expertise that we want to coach others on, we underestimate how long it's going to take someone to get the result because we're thinking about it from our current standpoint as experts, right? So we know everything that needs to be done and we're like, oh yeah, you just do A, B, C, D, and E, and voila, in 4 weeks time, you've got this amazing result, not realizing that people who don't have all of that intuitive knowledge that you've built over time, oftentimes it's gonna take them a lot longer than you anticipate. And so I really like the pilot program because you have that flexibility where you can add additional sessions, you can stretch the program out, you can change things. If you find that the weekly call cadence is too much and you wanna go to bi-weekly, like it's a pilot program, everyone knows it's a pilot program, so it's totally fine for you to make adjustments on the fly so that when you are ready to launch your full program at the full pricing, you can feel really confident in doing so. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope this helps you with your, angst of, oh, why do people always want to pick my brain? Now you should have a coaching program, or at least a coaching program in the works that you can direct them to. And again, if you want my support in terms of launching that coaching program, learning how to coach properly so that your clients can get the results, you can go ahead and click the link below in order to learn more about about my program, the Next Big Name Coach. But with that, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you can't wait for my next YouTube video, make sure you subscribe to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't wait for my next YouTube video or my next podcast, make sure you're following me on both Instagram and TikTok. It's CourtneyLSanders on both. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.